Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University.
Now moving to the last part of this module, that is role of accounting and important accounting terminology. So here, what is a role of accounting? There are many roles has been contributed and participated through the accounting in the particular business, like the role of a language as a role of language. Accounting is perceived as the language of a business which is used to communicate informations regarding the business enterprises. So the part of role of language, that accounting, as I mentioned earlier, it is a language. Accounting is a language of commerce, or maybe accounting is a language of a trader. So in that way, the find out and identifying the changing of a business environment has been identified, the what amount of movement is actually required for accounting perceptions. So accounting as a consider as a language. Another is a role of historical records. Accounting is viewed as a chronological record of financial transactions of an organization according to a specified rules. So it would be record in that systematic way that the amount of informations would be identified in a chronological way. The next is a role of information system. Accounting is now regarded as an information system because it is capable of providing the necessary information to managers and other parties for taking appropriate decisions. So this would be actually providing an information system. The next is role of a commodity and service provider. So accounting is regarded as a role of a commodity and service provided, which is in a demand in society to provide a qualitative informations, financial informations rather, to the users in a different ways. The next is a role of determining the real profit or loss. Accounting is also regarded as a means of determining the real profit or loss of a business enterprise. So this is what all about the role of accounting. Now moving to the last part of this chapter, that is accounting terminology. There are certain basic accounting terminology which are daily used in the business world. Before we actually identified this particular accounting terminology, I just want to tell you this accounting terminology would be used and identified in all the remaining modules in this particular certificate course. So be conscious to understand, try to understand of all accounting terminology. Let's begin with the first terms, that is business transactions. Business transactions refer to business activity involving exchange of goods and services for cash or on credit between two parties or between two persons. So any transactions comes into the picture between two parties and between two persons which are actually converted into a monetary terms, it's called a business transactions. Moving to the next particular terms, that is assets. Very important terms. Assets are things of value owned. In other words, if you want to tell this, what is the meaning of assets, that is which will be enable the firm to get cash or a benefit in a future is an assets. That means the any amount of a benefit would be taken out of that particular assets, that is considered as an assets. Assets can be divided into a number of parts. First is fixed assets. Fixed assets are those assets which is required for a long term use and not meant for a resale. That is what the general understanding. Maybe at the end of the particular use time, maybe a certain period of time fixed assets are going to sold off also, but the fixed assets are generally actually used for a long period of time, and at the end it would be goes into a scrap value. Next asset is current assets. Current assets are assets which are likely to be realized within a period of 1 year of during the normal operating cycle. So maybe according to the operating cycle or within a year, the current assets has been changed. Example of the current assets like debtors, cash balance, bank balance and other. Fixed assets examples like land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and other assets are fixed assets. Fictitious assets. Fictitious assets are those assets which do not have any physical existence. They are expected not to realize any value or render any services in the future. This is what all about the fictitious assets. I just want to mention one more thing here, the fictitious assets. Actually, fictitious assets are not a real assets, but these are the expenditures which may not be reduced or which may not be recovered in a 1 year, but it may be write off in a number of years. Because of these expenditures, benefits may be taken in more than 1 year in the business, considered as a fictitious assets and recorded in the balance sheet as a fictitious assets. Next is tangible assets. Example of the fictitious assets, like if you want to consider as an underwriting commissions, or if you preliminary expenses, pre-incorporated expenses. So before you start a business, maybe certain expenditures are incurred, like a license fees, agriculture, architecture fees, or the expenditures which are incurred in a very huge amount may not be recovered in a 1 year, or maybe the benefit of these expenditures are taken in a more than 1 year, consider under the fictitious expenses. Next is tangible assets. The capital assets which have some physical existence are known as a tangible assets, means which are the assets which are visible or it can be touched, that's a tangible assets. Intangible assets means the capital assets which have no physical existence and its value being limited by the rights and anticipated benefits to the owners are known as intangible assets. Next is liability. Liability means the one person to another any amount is payable in a form of money or in a goods or in a services, considered as a liability. Liabilities can be also divided into three parts. First is a fixed liability. Those liability which are to be redeemed after a long period of time. So or a specific period of time considered as a fixed liability, or more than 1 year any liability considered under this category. Maybe bank loan, financial institution loan, more than 1 year. Current liabilities. Those liabilities which are to be redeemed in a near future, usually within a year only, like a creditors, bills payable, bank loan even, but if the bank loan have less than 1 year, would be considered under this current liability. Contingent liability. These are not a real liabilities, but their becoming a actual liability is contingent on the happening of a certain event. So contingent liabilities actually is not a liability. It would be recorded in the balance sheet as a disclosure only, not as a liability, because of in real it is not a liability. Next is capital. What is the meaning of capital? Capital means the amount which are actually invested by the proprietor in the business or can claim for the business entity. It's considered as a capital. Next is drawing. It is the amount of money or a value of goods which is withdrawn by the proprietor of a business for his domestic or a personal use. It's considered as a drawings. Expenditures. Purchase of assets, goods or services. For that, if any amount of expenditures are incurred, that is called expenditures. Suppose for the purchasing of a good, if you paid labor charges, rickshaw charges, or goods inward carriage or carriage outward, or certain things would be considered under the expenditure. Capital expenditure and revenue expenditures are a two major division of the expenditures. One is a capital expenditure. Expenditures which is incurred in acquiring a fixed assets is termed as a capital expenditure. That means the expenditures which are actually incurred for a longer period or a huge amount considered as a capital expenditure. But revenue expenditure means the expenditures which are incurred for regular or routine expenditures is considered as a revenue expenditure. Next is income. The term income is a synonyms with the term profit. It can be defined as an excess of a total revenue of the business over the total expenditures of the business. That is called income. Expenses. Expenses is the cost of the use of thing or services for the purpose of generating a revenue. So many times the company is spending a money for a routine transactions and routine expenditures for generating a revenue. It's called expenses. Revenue. Revenue is the monetary value of the product or service sold to the customer during the period of time or results, the sales and other services, and interest or dividend or maybe a commissions. These are the examples of a revenue. Loss. A loss is an expenditure which does not bring any benefit to the concern. It is different from the term expenses. The loss means expenses minus revenue, that is a loss. In case of a gain, the revenue minus expenses, it is called gain. It means if the gain is higher than the expenditures, or a revenue is higher than the expenditures, it is called gain, and expenditures higher than the revenue, it is loss. Cost. The sum of expenses spent in for manufacturing or a specific product is known as cost or a total cost of the product. Goods. Article purchases for a sale, for a use in the manufacturing of a product, or considered as a raw material, it is a part of goods. It can be divided into two parts. One is the purchases and other one is the sales. The term purchases is used only for the purchase of goods. When the goods comes in the business for manufacturing of a good, considered as a raw material of a manufacturing of goods, or maybe the goods which would be resale of the particular product. Sales. The term sales is used only for the sale of those goods which are manufactured and purchased for resale purpose. Debtors. The term debtor represent those persons or firms to whom goods have been sold on credit and payment has not been received from them. Receivables. The total of debtors and bills receivable is known as a receivables or account receivables. Creditors. A person to whom money is owned by the firm is called a creditor. Payables. The total of creditors and bills payable is known as payables. These are the current liabilities which is always paid and repaid in a year. Entry. The record of a transactions or event in the books of account is known as entry. And accounting year. Books of accounts are closed annually. Accounting period must consist of 12 months. It may be between January to December, April to March, maybe July to June. Anyway, but ultimately it would be considered. Generally, the accounting financial year is 1st April to 31st March. This is a part of accounting year. Discount. When some commission and concession is given at the time of a selling of the goods or purchase of the goods, it's considered as a discount. It may be a trade discount or a cash discount also. Voucher. A voucher is defined as a documentary evidence in support of an entry appearing in the books of accounts. It's called voucher. This is what all about accounting terminology of the first chapter. So that's it. This is what end of the accounting introduction from my side. Thank you.
Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University.